In this video, I'm going to be looking at another small part of my collection. This is my Clash of Arms games collection. I think I have like 8 games here, so it's not a very big part of my collection. And I haven't played very many Clash of Arms games, but I do want to talk a little bit about some of the ones that I have. This one I got, which is produced by more than one company. This is La Bataille Quatre Bras. And of course, I got this game. It was actually fairly affordable. I heard it has a couple of little problems with it, but I've never played La Bataille, La Bataille, I guess is how you should pronounce it. And I want to try it someday, and it was an affordable way to give it a shot. And I know there's a lot of different rule sets around it, but because I play solo, it doesn't matter. I'll pick one and see how I like it. I don't have much to say about it. I do have this game also from Clash of Arms. This is Kevin Zucker's 1807, The Eagles Turn East. And this is the East Prussia-Poland campaign. And Eylau is one of my favorite periods to game in Napoleonics. And so I wanted this game. This is part of the 1X series, so it is somewhat operational level. And I have played it, and I have a picture of part of my playthrough that I'll put on there of Eylau. So this photo of the map is from a playthrough of a battle scenario involving, it's in Eylau. And you can see that the Prussian forces on the map, the coalition, which is Russia and Prussia, on this map are defending up toward the top in Eylau. And you've got some French units that are coming from the lower left side of the picture. And you can see the 1X campaign system, there's hidden information. So you actually don't know what the units are until they end up being revealed. So, but you can see it's a beautiful map. This is a textured map, as is typical with Clash of Arms. And the only thing I can say about it, it's very busy. I mean, it seems like all of the towns are named on here and printed on here. So at least they're done a little bit in muted ink so that it doesn't completely dominate the map, but it is busy. However, if you're interested in all of the details, it's in this map. And I'm sorry that I don't know who made this map. I don't know who the artist is, but it's quite nice. The next game that I have from Clash of Arms is The Speed of Heat. I have not played this game. I picked it up. I got a good price on it. But I mainly picked it up because I wanted the aircraft cards that come in the game from this era. I have played this system before. I think it's called Air Power Series. And it's designed by J.D. Webster, who is known for designing, excellent simulations of air combat. And I used to have a game in this series. It was from Clash of Arms called Over the Reich. And it was basically individual plane combat in World War II Europe. So I sold that game quite a while ago, and I know I probably should have kept it because it commands a fairly high price on the secondhand market. But I don't have that. I have not actually played Speed of Heat, but the system it's very detailed and complex, and it's probably not something that I will play today. The next game that I have is a Civil War game, Summer Storm. This is Battle of Gettysburg, June 30 to July 5th, 1863. It was designed by Rick Barber, and my copy, which I bought in the second-hand market, is signed by Rick Barber. And may he rest in peace. Mostly known for his beautiful map work. I have not played this game, and one of the things about this game is that it has an operational map that leads you to a battle that hopefully will be provided for on the Gettysburg maps. I got the game not to play Summer Storm, but to use the maps to use with the Gamers Thunder at the Crossroads 2, because I wanted to try it with Rick Barber's maps. So there's a little bit of fiddliness to be able to try to make that happen, but I did want to give it a shot. So I picked up the game. I have not done that yet. So yeah, that's Summer Storm by Rick Barber. The next game that I have from Clash of Arms is called The Campaigns of King David, the biblical struggle for the Near East. I really like this. One of the things I like about Clash of Arms, I like them. They have textured maps. I'm not, you know, they're not three-dimensional, but the maps feel very good. You know, they're not smooth and glossy, and they're not just thin, flat paper. They're thick paper, but anyway, I like this game quite a bit, and I actually contacted Clash of Arms years ago and bought a second map set because I wanted to possibly, I never did it, but I wanted it to hang up on the wall. I do have a picture of this, so I will show this to you so you can see what the map looks like. It's certainly, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. I just liked it for some reason. But this game was designed by Rob Markham, and you know, he's done a lot of designs. I know a lot of 3W games from him, dealing with like the Crusades and some of the medieval era battles. But this game is a much larger. It covers the, you know, the 40 years or so of King David's rulership, and it's multiplayer. So I mean, it represents the nations around, like, you know, the like Tyre, the Philistines, Ammon and Moab, Syria, Edom, and you know, raiders. I think even Egypt can come in once in a while from off map and cause trouble. But the game's very interesting. It has rules for leadership. Not all of the nations have leaders, but Judah certainly does, and Syria does. So they give you a little bit more abilities and maneuverability, and the game is played by a finite number of chits that go around on a track, and you draw a chit, and then whatever that chit is, everybody does it. So if it's a harvest, everybody collects their harvest, and then if it's a build, everybody gets to build. And if it's you know, an activation, they can activate, or if it's something, you know, abstract can happen. So it's kind of a fun game. I really enjoyed it a lot, and so this picture here shows a portion of the King David game, and you can see in the top left, the top right, I mean, you've got, this is a slice of area that gets into Judah and some of the territories. You can also see a fortified area marker here with the number 2 on it, and then in the very top right, you've got the commander Joab and an army, and then down in the Negev, or the Negeb, depending on your pronunciation, it's the darker provinced area there. You can see that King David is there. He's the highest rated leader in the game. He's a +3, which gives him abilities, particularly with movement and the amount of troops he can carry along. And he's very active in here, as is Amasa, who is another one of the leaders. Yeah, and you can see the control markers are placed on this map as they are conquered. And you can see, too, each little province has its ability of materials that can be used to build with, and, you know, food, basically, that you collect during your resources and your harvest. So this kind of shows that this is a map that is not everyone's cup of tea, but the texture, as I said, is it's rough textured, and it's thick. And the art design for this game, I really like it. It is cartoony, you know, and but I like it. It's reminiscent to me of like the maps in the back of the old Lord of the Rings books of the world at that time. And this is kind of uses the same idea of the hand drawn style, and it's got the actually fortified cities built right into the maps with the pictures, and then you can fortify areas on your own if you would like to add to it. So anyway, that I really enjoyed this game quite a bit. And the battles are fought on a battle board. It's simple enough though. So I mean, the rules could have been written a little bit better, but you can figure it out. And I'm glad I have this game. I really did enjoy it. Campaigns of King David. This game here is Triumph of Chaos. I believe it's by David Doctor. It's the Russian Civil War, 1918 to 1921. And this is the first version of it. And it's basically a card-driven game system. But I haven't played it yet. I only know this from watching Enrico Viglino or Callendale's video, which is very funny if you want entertainment and watching a person completely frustrated and, you know, lose their complete head over. I mean, you know, it is rated R for language. It's entertaining. So I've never played this yet. I want to. I think that I'll be able to deal with it. I'm not bothered by making up rules on my own to cover gaps. The map is absolutely beautiful. I don't have a picture of it though, so I'm sorry about that. But I want to get this to the table sometime because I am fascinated by the Russian Civil War. So, Triumph of Chaos. I also have another thing. It might actually be in the box here. I guess it is. It's kind of mixed in the box. But I have the player's guide. But yeah, here's the map. Anyway, yeah. So maybe I'll get to it someday. Another game that I have from Clash of Arms, again, it's because I was interested in the period, and it has beautiful components. Epic of the Peloponnesian War. I have not played this game yet. I have a bad feeling about that it isn't going to work, and I probably will default to Mark Herman's Solitaire game, which was done by Victory Games. I think it may have been reproduced by someone else, either GMT or Compass. I don't remember which. I didn't buy it. I probably would default to that, and then if I wanted something I could get into quickly, I might go with the decision game, strategy, and tactics game, Sparta versus Athens. But I do have this, you know, it's kind of like in my dream world, I'd love to play this sometime, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. The last game in my Clash of Arms collection is Chancellorsville, Pinnacle of Victory, April 30 through May 5th, 1863. I don't know why I think this game was designed by Richard Berg. I haven't played it, and I'll be frank, the reason I bought it is for the map and the order of battle and setup. Because my idea is I would like to play this using the Civil War Brigade series from Dean Essig. And I think I could do that because this is May 5th, 1863. I might be able to use the components for the order of battle from Thunder at the Crossroads 2. And I might be able to, you know, maybe make some adaptations to use that order of battle and the charts and things for Chancellorsville. I don't know if that's possible. That is the only reason I really bought this game. I don't have a good game on Chancellorsville, so anyway, I hope to try that someday. It's on my to-do list. It's just because it's more ambitious of a project than simply playing a game. So I think those are 8 games that I have in my Clash of Arms collection, a subset of my, you know, board game collection. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you have any comments on Clash of Arms games or any of the ones I've talked about or other ones that I didn't mention and don't have, feel free to share that in the comments section. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and thank you for watching.